And with this, we go live. Epic in scope, epic in imagination. It is the fantabulous flying devil flyer.
Hey, old Rex.
What's going on, Shadow? On this,
Oh, nothing, man. Just slid in under the wire. Just barely made it home before 4.
rainy weather today, very muggy. So,
Yeah, shit, man. We had big storms come through last night. I slept through it all, but I woke up this morning. There were tree branches down everywhere, all kinds of shit. Power out all
yeah,
over the place.
I didn't really take a good look, but there's a few minor branches down, but you never know out there. Could have a 15-footer off my bow and I wouldn't even know it. Carrie in the house. Hey, Carrie.
Oi, oi, Carrie.
Oi, Savaloy. Hello, and welcome to the 4 o'clock Shadow Friday edition. Thank God it is Friday. Finally.
Oh, you ain't kidding, man. I wouldn't have made another day this week. Oof.
I just organized a few comics. Did get Abby's meds into in the letter from Elsie, so I gave her first pill not too long ago.
Yeah.
She take 2 for her heart per day. So we'll see how that works. Boarded and bagged a few things. It's working on this Geo piece here on the Hump Day show. Started it, but my internet was crap. So did some more on it last night.
Oh, yeah. Looking good, Rex. She's coming out.
Got that Kirby crackle going on. I was just adding some.
Pretty cool.
Kind of enjoyed doing that. Kind of enjoyed doing that one, so I thought I'd do another iteration.
Hey, Lomer.
Ouch. Maybe with his eyes open. Hey, Elmer. So I got the Kirby crackle going on. I was just adding on. Once I found the pen I wanted to use. What is it? You need one pen and you can't find it.
Yeah. So it always
The
goes.
one you need. It's always the last one you find, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because I knew I'd put up most of my colors last night. Now I left out the primary colors I was working on with this, but and I came across some signed books again by Roy Thomas. Here's one signed by Roy Thomas, and I'm not sure. Let's see. Maybe the writer. I think the writer with Roy. I'm not sure. But Metropolis. One of those Elseworlds comics. I did read Herculoids. And it was pretty much like downsized cartoon. I don't know. It
Yeah,
was it
cool.
was good. I mean,
What was the art like? Is it the same on the inside as it was on the cover, or more
no,
simplified on?
yeah, very simplified. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a little
mean,
bit more cartoon.
not to ad nauseum. Pariah Blood and Mud. We'll have to talk about this. I did read this when I was in Atlanta.
Yeah,
You know,
that's good.
he gave me sort of his reader's copy that had the Luke Stone cover.
Yeah, very cool.
He's doing more writing than he is drawing these days. Uh, got a got got some pretty exciting news actually, but I'm not going to reveal that. I'll let him do that. What if Spider-Man House of M? These were just some that Elsie had sent me a while back, and
Oh, okay.
were kind of in lesser condition. And I thought, well, they need a bag at least. Board. Here's Web of Spider-Man 100. I know you recognize that
Oh yeah, got a few of those.
little hologram going on. Yeah, I've got some from uh, that deal.
They were doing some cool Spider-Man covers that year.
Solar Man of Adam, a Valiant
Yeah,
comic,
I liked Solar. That was a pretty
number
good
22.
series. I probably got
Barry
about.
Windsor Smith. Here's an
Yeah.
Immortal Iron Fist. I think I bought these.
Hey,
That were
Eric.
signed by Roy Thomas on eBay. You sure he didn't sign that Roy Thor? Looks like
Kind of looks like
Thor. Roy Thor. How would you like to have Thor as a last name? Every time you smoke it, lightning came down and struck your foes
it.
dead.
That's right.
Can I, Conan the Adventurer #1? It's very, very light. This is a enhanced red full cover too, but he signed it in gold there. Very light letters, very fine point. But that's an
Oh,
embossed cover too, which kind of makes
cool.
it a fun. You can see like on his loincloth there.
Yeah, he's coming right for us.
It's a short chunk. And this one's pretty neat because I know these are low print run. Toward the end of the Marvel saga, they were only publishing about 3,000 copies. Now that's
Oh
low.
wow.
That's low for Marvel.
Yeah, it is.
And this was probably one of them. So I did write low print on here. Low print run. And it deals with the origin of Galactus. So how cool is that?
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
And this one was kind of messed up a little bit, but Spectacular Spider-Man 212, I didn't have that. So it's all good. And,
Homer's asking in the chat, Rex, if you ever found that clown reference for him.
I didn't in our correspondence while we were on the show, Homer. I can scour, my files and try and find you. I'm pretty sure.
Him
I think I did go to the Doc Blaylock file and didn't find what I was looking for in that. I was searching for it while you were on the show yesterday. I'd love to see. I guess I need to send him the link so that he can show us what he did on the 2-ton, if anything more. Knowing him, he's got it done. But I don't know, that watercolor, that painting takes some time.
Yeah, it does. If you're doing it right.
I'll send you the link over on X here in just a second. Here's one you probably don't see all the time. This is just a fun one. This is going back there somewhere. I've got a couple copies of these actually. When one pops up, I buy it. April 1992, #1, Ultra Hawk. Talk about old school.
Oh, yeah.
Pen tradition, ink, colored, whatnot. Ultra Hawk. I don't know. I've kind of got mixed feelings about that Grips. Them putting it in a reprint. what's that do to my originals? Of course, with Grips, you know it was going to happen, but the lesser books from Greater Mercury and Silver Wolf are probably going to do okay. I mean, those are so low print, probably wouldn't
Yeah.
never be worth anything because there's not enough trade going on, you know, just supplement demand for it. They kind of maybe they got lost in the 80s black and white era.
Yeah, could be.
Kind of thumbed through this Fantastic Four 242 with Terrex the Tamer.
God.
I know it wasn't his first appearance because it says he's back instead of introducing.
Right.
But I did enjoy that back in the day. I've got those all in the Byrne Byrne Fantastic Four up there in a set of softcover books. There's just so many of them that he did. However many years he did it. 5 years, 6 years. I can't remember. So I
don't remember how long he was on that one. He was there for a little while.
I am your mosquito man, but I am not spraying mosquitoes. Didn't have to yesterday or today or all weekend till Monday, and maybe not even Monday. I know we're going to have a meeting Monday that was supposed to be Friday tonight. I will be on with Christy from Flip City later after the show. She's having
cool. Oh, is she launching tonight?
Yes, indeed. She's launching.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's issue 25.
Number 25, yep.
I'd like to get into Flip City, but man, 25 issues. I'm so far behind.
Well, you know, the thing of it is they're probably all standalone. They're probably all funny.
Yeah, I think they are pretty much standalone because it's kind of, you know, like a Mad Magazine type of thing of sorts. But still, 25 books is a big investment.
There's the link to the to her YouTube, maybe even to the show, actually, to the actual show.
There you go.
Volume 25. I mean, I wonder about that. I think a lot of people are thinking, well, if they put it into a trade paperback, I'll buy it. I know I bought a lot of my runs like that Byrne Fantastic Four. There's so many floppies of that through the years, and they're all cool, but it would cost me a small fortune to and be committed to get them. It's just a lot easier to get them in a trade paperback form, and that type of stuff. I'm going to want to look at it again and again and again, you know, as an artist. That's why the artist.
You're probably better off with the trade paperback anyway, because you get, you know, you don't have to go through a bunch of floppy issues looking for reference or whatever.
Right. I did have some.
You don't destroy your floppies, you know, by reading them to death. So.
Yeah.
Oh God. Pain. Oh.
What's painting? Is it your knees? I started taking collagen.
Dude. My knees, my back, my ankle today. I've been on my hands and knees for 3 days straight, fucking laying tile, dude.
Wow.
Fucking dying.
Seemed like you did that spring, like maybe last year or the year before. You were laying tile.
That was at the last job, yeah, a couple of years back.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, every few years or so, I end up having to do some tile work. I like doing it, but my body don't like it anymore. I mean, I enjoy the actual process of it, but it's just my knees and shit fucking can't take it no more, man. I've been gimping around all week. Oh.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I'm telling you. After that Atlanta job, I
know you were beat, brother.
Around for a day. But you know, just kept going.
But yeah, it's rough today, man. I almost went home right after lunch. I was like, fuck it. And I said, nah, screw it.
And it being the weekend too.
Yeah, but I was like, nah, I need the money and I'm so close to finishing this thing. I don't want to fuck with it again on Monday. So I'm just gonna
Right.
stay and finish it off.
The money's always a good motivator.
Well,
Most
that too, yeah. Yeah, that's always the motivation.
Well, I mean, when you get new bills in, you're going, what? Oh my God. Okay. And I got to pay this. And oh my gosh, stuff stacking up. It's like, hey, it's great motivator. Get this stuff out of my life. Yeah, I thought about putting up some of these that I had out immediately. You know, that Rorschach. That's pretty nice cover. Very eye catching unless you get 5 feet away from it. Then you don't know what's going on here. It looks like a red with a little yellow blob. Not really an effective cover, but it's nice at a distance, I should say. And a free comic book day, Buck Rogers. That's going back there. Perfect example of if you only use one piece of tape on the flap. Look what happens. Don't do that. Stop doing that. Collectors, no. I can assure you I did not do that.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Yeah, in and out with the rain. We had a little thunder last night, you know, a couple times.
Yeah.
Got a tornado warning on the phone, and it didn't amount to anything.
I guess there was a few tornadoes up here last night. Hail PBR Street Gang and the Crooked Painter. Good to see you, Crooked. Where you been hiding, buddy?
Indeed. Buck Rogers. Beady. Before your beady was here.
Beady. Gotcha, bug.
Mel Blanc being cover detached. Ooh, we don't like to hear that. But it was a free one.
Ooh, where monsters dwell. Very cool.
I think it was this very story out of Tales to Astonish that was in the only comic book that my brother bought me.
Oh, wow.
Unless he bought me that Spider-Man 2, and they're not giving credit for 2. He found me one in an abandoned house once. This is pretty cool. I haven't opened it up to see how old it is, but early 60s, still 10 cents.
You never heard of laying tile before? What do you call it over there, Crooked?
Well, over there, he's in the United States, I believe. But
Crooked? Oh, I was thinking Crooked. Oh, I'm thinking of the. Oh, never mind. Sorry, got you mixed up, Crooked. Carrie would like to see the Buck Rogers one again, right? She didn't get to see it.
Right there, yeah, straight out of the early 30s, early to mid 30s.
Cool.
It's got a price tag on it. It really needs a new bag. I might even thumb through it. My Greatest Adventure Doom Patrol came out of this in later issues, you know, and they changed the title from my Greatest Adventure to Doom Patrol after a while. But Doom Patrol's birthed out of that Greatest Adventures book. They had some pretty neat covers. I was just picking out some Avengers that might go good on a spinner rack. Yeah. You saw that Texas Dave got his spinner rack in, right?
Yeah. I actually had Dave on the show when or did we have him on? I don't know if it was when you were gone or
when I was gone. I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, he had actually gotten it in. He was like, "Look, Shadow." It's like, "Oh shit, you got it."
Yeah, it only took him 8 months. It was supposed to arrive in like 2.
Well, dude, I mean, at this point, you know, I had pretty much thought he was getting burned by Diamond because it was, you know, kind of through them or whatever. I was like, man, this sucks.
Jack Kirby there. I remember picking that up when it came out. Although this is not the actual issue. So that's a good one. I actually had a couple pages. Let's see. Here we go. There's a key issue. First Bronze Age Captain Marvel, Shazam. He was on your show, Shadowhawk, but he hadn't filled it completely at that time. He has now.
Ah, okay.
Are we
Yeah, no, I
talking
think
about
he had
filming?
just set it up the first time when he was on, and then I think he was putting comic books on it the last time I had him.
Yeah, he's got that thing way down now.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
here might be some
okay,
candidates.
Cricket.
on
You had me
Center Rack.
confused for a moment. And the title loved it, so yeah.
Talking about getting laying tile. Let's
When the
talk about
tile sees
your
me coming, they get excited.
porcelain.
Oh,
Well, now, can you use the regular cock like in grout areas?
well, that's gonna have to be somebody else's area, Cricket Painter. I could bring some regular hookers, but no train hookers. No, thank you.
No, what? Transies? What?
Cricket asked how many tranny hookers I was bringing for Rexapalooza.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, if you can find them,
Nope, I'm not even gonna look.
there you go. Why ask for trouble?
I mean,
So,
Cricket, if you really, really want one, I guess I could find one for you.
well, yeah, there you go. He might not be kidding. You probably can do
You
it.
never know.
Yeah. That was just so good. What?
Cricket Painter, he says, I'm down for grip strength. Ah, jeez.
I don't know what I said.
I think you talking about the train. Grip strength. You get
That might have been you. That wasn't me.
no. I think that was directed towards what Cricket and I were talking about. Oh my god.
That works for me.
Get too old for your shit rips.
I know. Are you about done with the tile, or is it done?
Yeah, I finished it today, dude. All I got to do is go back in Monday and caulk all the edges of the room around all the seams. And I am done. Everything else, everything moved out, floor in, everything put back together today. And last thing I needed was to caulk it, but we didn't have any caulk at the shop. So I had to order some.
Well, I picked up some white caulk for the tub and some cleaning stuff. So that's probably what I'll be doing. And I've been working on some,
Oh, did you and
crowdfunding.
your sister get that little thing with your door figured out? Did that work out? You said you were installing that little flap to keep the rain out.
It did not work. So I'm still putting towels down. Fortunately, it wasn't like a
What
deluge and blowing it in
what
underneath the door.
what kind of adhesive did you try to install it with last time?
Gorilla Glue.
Okay, I
I
mean,
think that cleaned metal surface was just a little bit smooth. Maybe needed to be roughed up. I don't know.
Gorilla Glue is usually pretty good.
Yeah,
I would probably go with something like Liquid Nails though. Comes in like a cock tube. You got a cock gun, Rick?
I do.
If you go with
I just got some squeeze caulk.
yeah, if you go heavy duty construction grade Liquid Nails and put a little bit, just a little line on the piece of the flap, and then another little line where the flap is gonna actually stick to the door. Let it sit there for a little while, about 10 or 15 minutes, and then apply it.
Well, I've got crazy glue as well, but I don't think that'll be hold up outside. One thing
Well,
my sister suggested is, why don't you put it on the inside of the door? But it
well,
might be doing this action, against the floor a little bit, where it catches, but springs back up.
right.
Just wanting to keep that water from getting on the carpet like it did last time because but
Right,
it
right. So you
probably
just got
blew
like
right in there, you know.
you just got what, a gap in your between your door and the bottom that the water was coming through?
The bottom of the door, yeah. What we bought was more like a flat thing, besides trying to match it up
Yeah,
exactly.
no, I would probably just go with like a weather strip, right? Something that you can just apply to the bottom of the door, and then when you close the door, it'll seal it for you.
I I can show you what I got in there. You know, it's just
Oh,
laying
sure, if you
there.
want to.
I just took it
Uh,
off after I saw it
I've
wasn't going to
only been
adhere.
doing maintenance for almost 35 years, so I suppose I could tell you if you're on the right track or not.
All right. Uh, are you going to do part two of your book review?
Yes, we've got Black Flag? No, not Black Flag. Black and White,
Black and
Volume
white.
2 from Archie Bear. Ah, dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm beat. Black and White from Mr. Archie Bear. And then we also have with Volume 2 uh, the Pedro Ang uh, backup book, High Octane. So we'll get a look at that on Saturday as well. So we get a double book review this Saturday. Oh, that's tomorrow, isn't it? Holy shit. Oh, dude, I'm such an idiot. I went and talked to the secretary at work today, and I turned in for a vacation day last week for Monday the 26th, so I could have a 3-day weekend. It turns out Monday the 26th is Memorial Day, and I'm already off, so I don't have to use a vacation. That's just how freaking tired I was this week. Couldn't even spell cock right. It's not chalk, it's cock. Oh, okay, you didn't mean to put it. Hey, give me some of that silicone cock. We got some holes over here, gotta be filled.
Yeah, it's just this
Yeah,
vinyl stuff, whatever, you know.
yeah. No, you'd be better
Got
off
the
with like
adhesive.
you bet better off with like a regular rubber weather strip that goes on the bottom of the door, and then it gets
Yeah.
squeezed between
It's
the frame and the door when you close it. I mean, that's better than nothing, but
yeah. Yeah.
not wouldn't be my top recommend. I thought you had like a mail slot or something that you
And
were
some of
putting.
those have like a brush on the bottom
Hmm.
as well, you
No,
know.
that's more of a door sweep. That's not
Mhm.
a weather seal. Weather seals are a little different.
Yeah, I think maybe her cable just under the doors probably just worn that one out, and you know, it's just got a gap
Yeah, I
there.
mean, it
That,
happens after a while. The rubber, is compressed for so long that it doesn't expand anymore, and then,
mhm.
that's when you start to get leaks. But
Hey, Sirrah, Sirrah.
I mean, that's just standard maintenance. You got to do that every, I don't know, 10 years or so on the house. Put a new weather
Eric and
strip.
Boyd says riveting.
No, no,
Well, that
rivets.
home maintenance.
Would have definitely held it to your door.
Yeah, there you go. Well, when you have like a probably 2 to 3 foot area that's wet because of you've had a hard rain and it's blowing sort of right in that corner of the
Hmm.
house against that door and it's just soaking wet, you know. It's like a sponge. It just keeps crawling across your floor. It's like, you know,
Yeah, that's not
we got
good.
to do something about that. That's the worst it's
Yes,
ever
sir. Yes,
been, you know.
sir.
Hmm. But that didn't that experiment didn't work with the little vinyl here because it just wanted to pop off. And we had warm weather, you know. We had to wait till later in the afternoon to put it on. I said, well, let's wait till it warms up to the high point of the day, you know, or somewhere about that. We've had, I'll be on with Flip City tonight. Hey, Christy, we were just talking about that
Oi, oi,
earlier.
hey, Christy.
This show sounds naughty. Yes. Strongest, faster on earth. It's a rusty drywall screw.
Yeah.
Strongest, faster. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm artistically doing stuff all the time, and it's like, man, I could not find this one pin I was looking for. I eventually did. It was right there in front of me in stealth mode, but
Of course.
found it in stealth mode. It's amazing. And so when it comes to like home repair, yes, I do have a drill for that screw, but finding that drill is another thing. I'm not like the organized tool man here at all. But that's all right. I'm trying to get that way, do what I can around here. I also have a nice nice handsaw in there, and I got a multi-tooth blade that would cut like thick cardboard, nothing real heavy duty. The teeth are a lot finer. I said I want something that I can cut thick cardboard for, and I was thinking about shipping and also shipping things out. Or
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
I just check.
Okay.
I love our chat. They never cease to give me a giggle.
That's true.
And I like to laugh, especially when I'm not feeling well. It helps.
Well, it's either that or cry, huh?
Yeah, crying don't work. Fuck all that shit.
Crying.
Crying's only an option for girls.
There we go. Well, we didn't have our pizza party tonight, but I mean, it really wasn't a pizza party. It was just that they were going to talk to all the night drivers for probably about an hour, I would think, or less, probably less than that. Depends on what he has to go over with. And have
yes,
pizza.
you're right too, Gary. I was just being a, being a chauvinist.
I did not have any pizza.
No pizza. What a ripoff.
I did try those bird's eye, slightly breaded green beans in the air fryer. Along with, I brought 2 bags when I went to spray the other night at Truman because I knew I couldn't get them in Jonesboro because they have little mini corn dogs there now. And who knows when they'll come back and do the White Castle bites. So while I was down in Truman, I picked up 2 bags of White Castle bites. And that's what I had with some green beans earlier today. Very good indeed. Very nice. Those things can get messy if they get too hot. All the cheese and stuff runs out. And I'm going to have to clean my air fryer really good.
Sort of White Castle bites, kind of like pizza rolls or something?
Yeah, kind of like that,
But they got White Castle inside. Huh?
White Castle inside, yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen no
cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Yep.
That sounds pretty good. I'm going to have to go to White Castle at lunchtime tomorrow. Pick up a Crave case. Mm-mm.
We don't have a White Castle, but we do have a Crystal back again. It just Crystal.
Oh, really? Yeah, I hear Crystals are just like White Castle, pretty much.
Those might be fighting words, but I agree with you. It's pretty much the same.
I've never actually had one, so I couldn't compare. But I know I think Crystal is bigger down by you, like down south, more of the southern United States.
Mm-hmm. It's all gray meat.
Yeah,
with a little bit of onion, diced onion. They smother it.
A little diced onion, a little bit cheese.
Yeah, it's a good way to infuse the flavor, with a cover like that. What's the breakfast place? Waffle House. They do that.
Yeah, I hear any more of those. You're taking your life in your own hands going into Waffle House, man. The place is crazy.
Ours are are pretty well, you know. You're
Yeah,
in
they're
a
still
hell.
pretty good. Yeah, when I
Yeah.
was living down in Houston, they used to. They were pretty good, I thought. But I mean, I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, you know, if you were working like an odd shift, like night shift or something, those things are open 24 hours a day. That's a godsend, you know. It's like your old diner. That's kind of what they're trying to be, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Let's be adventuresome. Let's go to the Waffle House. Hey, it may not be the, you know, but it serves a purpose. You know, it's maybe, you know, besides a souvenir, it'd be like Stuckies. Remember Stuckies
yeah,
when you
yeah,
went traveling?
yeah. That was the only time we ever stopped at them. But they were usually pretty good
There
for
was an old
road food.
there was an old Stuckies where we would get food, stop to get food, but man, it was in disrepair. Now it's not even there, you know, but it was there a few years ago.
Hepatitis
Uh,
C.
how's Abby Rex? She's over there and just being quiet, and we've rested today mostly. And
Did
I
you get
gave her
her medicine in
dose.
your Rex?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Is I gave
Oh,
her her
okay.
first dose before the show, and you know, a little bit later I'll give her her second dose, and hopefully that'll help with the hacking,
Coffee.
which is coming
Yeah.
from her uh, little heart murmur or whatever that comes with age. So it's what they tell me. But we're going to claim life over her in the name of Jesus. And Waffle House doesn't sound nice.
Nah.
It's
Carrie Waffle House is like an old school, yeah, type old timey diner. It's
old
got, like,
timey diner, yeah.
yeah, you got stools and a big long counter, where you can
But
just
with
pull up.
more stabbings. I did see
Yeah.
that one where the gangs or whatever, I don't know, young people got into it in Waffle House.
Oh yeah,
They
they're
go
fighting
fight.
each other and throwing chairs
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That I think took off on the internet there for a little while.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, because it was like, what are they going to do? You never know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know if somebody's gonna pull out a gun or what, but yeah, usually in those restaurant type things, they're just like they try to tear the place up or throw shit around.
You know, I told you I saw this one video. Wow, I'll never forget that. Where they're messing around with it. You know, they got a girl, inexperienced girl, and they got a loaded gun. Well, she's messing around, and it goes off. It hits that one guy in the head, man. He's
Oh
only
shit!
gone. He's right there on video. You know,
Yeah,
and the other two, they went. They disappeared out of that car so quick. You know,
I
and that
forget what
guy's
the
just
guy. I forget what the guy's name is right now. He's one of the gun tubers, where he does all the gun reviews and shit like that. But he does a show up like probably 3 or 4 times a year called the Darwin Awards. People just doing stupid shit with their guns, and,
yeah,
and do stupid shit, make stupid problems, like a hole
yeah,
in your leg or your foot or your
or
head.
or a wall or a loved one.
Mhm. Oh, dude, the last one I saw, this idiot's got this new shotgun. He's like, "Oh, it's so pretty and this, that, and yeah." Well, I heard if you just hold the trigger down and then you pump this thing, you can fire it like an automatic. And then he goes and holds the trigger, pulls the
Mhm.
pump on, and lets it go, and the thing shoots a freaking 12 gauge right into his ceiling above his head. It's like, yeah, it works, stupid. You should have tested that outside. But yeah, that's an old trick.
Okay, so that's the reference he had. Okay, for the clown. Let's see. Don't need that. Let's see. I need the StreamYard link. There we go. You are the
Waffle
weakest link.
is more like stark reality than a fantasy. Although the food is pretty good, man. I like their hash browns and stuff. But back
Oh
when I
yeah,
had one close to me when I lived in Houston, it was actually nice. There was none of this craziness going on in the Waffle Houses back in the day.
the greasy food isn't the health hazard at the Waffle House. Yeah, I
No, not anymore.
rarely go to Waffle House, but I did with my sister when she came.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I kind of miss them. I used to hit them
We
up
went to
every now and
IHOP
then.
one day, and
A bunch of eggs and get
really
the
had lunch for
all those
breakfast.
hash browns smothered and scrambled with onions, jalapenos, all kinds of good shit in them.
Storms and tornadoes came in there around Russellville, where my sister is. A lot worse apparently than here a few days back.
Yeah.
Uh,
She all right? Everything good about her place?
yeah, everything's okay about her place except fire ants, more fire ants.
Mm. I hate them little boogers.
Yeah, they're just up in the hill area. I don't know. She's got an infestation around her yard. They just keep
Eric,
coming
if you
back.
can find one that you don't have to wear a bulletproof vest to go in, then I would suggest giving them a try. They've actually got pretty decent food. I mean, it's just old school eggs and hash browns and shit like that, but they're not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's country food, just like Cracker Barrel, right? I mean,
Kind of. Yeah.
it's different, but it's
They don't
still
have as expansive of a menu, I don't think, as Cracker Barrel, but
no. They got like the little variants on the same thing. One thing LZ likes to do is go to Cracker Barrel once before he leaves. If he visits, we'll go to Cracker Barrel most of the time once, but last time he didn't. But he likes to go and get the raisin bread, cinnamon bread or whatever it's got
yeah,
cinnamon in it too, and
I
the
think,
grits. So
yeah, my favorite thing at what you call it? The one you're just talking about is
grit.
their
What's a grit? Oh,
well, their blueberry syrup. You ever try that? It's got the little
yeah.
tiny little baby blueberries all in it. Oh, it's good, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they've got all types of. That first pancake or waffle's going to have like 5 different kinds of syrup on it, testing them all out. Yeah, good stuff. And their hash brown casserole, which is basically cheese and hash browns. But
Really, is that long ago? Is all this shit started in the crack or the Waffle House? Man, that's crazy. Of course, I haven't been to a Waffle House since 98, 99, when I moved back up north.
they do have good fried chicken. Well,
Yeah, they got pretty good fried chicken.
I don't know
They
if
got
I've ever tried their chicken.
they got decent. I don't know what what the cut is, but their little steak and egg breakfast. They cook a pretty nice little steak there too. Not huge or anything, but for the price, it's not bad.
Yeah. Well,
Of course, now the prices are probably crazy because of COVID. I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in probably about 5 years either.
oh yeah. I mean, just going out's a luxury, and I mean, it's always been a luxury, really. But
Kumite.
Anyway, this one's coming along. It's looking good. I'm satisfied with it. It's looking good.
Yeah, I'm liking it so far. Right?
And I've got one in there that I'm working on that's just trying to get the basic lines down for Sea Demon, and I'm still working on this female character there that requires some more painting. So not ready to jump into painting right now, maybe later this weekend. But we're going to call this one a short one today because I will be on with Christy later, and that's less than 2 hours.
All right, it's fine with me, man. I'm beat today, anyway. So.
I can tell you're tired, and I'm definitely got a lot of things to get organized and stuff. So,
all right, well, you go get your shit together. And I'll say hail to the chat.
See how my turtle's doing out there. He stays in the water a lot. Keep collecting, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Sorry, this one was so short. I'll make it up for you too.